commit sin by being angry, it ain't. It's still the means you put forth to try to make that anger come to pass or prosper by that anger. It says it's gonna fail. You ain't go by it the right way. You sow it iniquity and you gonna reap vanity. Your plans are gonna fail. Whatever you put forth to try to get over, to try to scheme, to try to hurt and manipulate someone or a situation, it says it's gonna fail. It's gonna come back on you. That's what you don't realize. That's what you don't want to realize, right? Let's go, let's try Haggai out of the first chapter. Start at verse 5. Haggai 1 and 5. Haggai 1, verse 5. So you're going to read vanity. All right, watch this. Right before Zechariah. Haggai 1 and 5. Hearken to the scripture. Thought you were ready. Hearken to the scripture. Go on, stay ready. Hearken to the scripture.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
So this is what the Lord say, okay? He telling everybody, consider your ways. What else, Lord?
Ye have sown much, and bring in little.
How's that? I thought we supposed to reap what we sow. He said, you sown much, but you brought in little. What else?
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
That's right.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
That's right.
Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
Everything you doing and working for is failing. He already told you that. Why? Because you sold iniquity. That's why he started out and he told you, consider your ways. He said, you done sown much. But just guess what? You sowing to the flesh. That's why you reaping so little. That's why everything you do is cursed. He said, you done got money. And it's just like you putting it in a pocket or a bag with holes in it. Meaning it's always spent. Why would the Lord do that? The rule is we supposed to reap what we sow. Because you sowing to the flesh. You sowing wickedness. Therefore you reaping vanity. Everything you do is devil. Right? He said you sow. He said you eat but you not full. He said you drink but you not filled with drink. He said you clothe but you still ain't warm. Right? Why? Because you sowing to the flesh. You sowing to the lust of the flesh. You sowing iniquity. You sowing sin. So that's the only thing you getting in return. Right? That's why he said consider your ways. Is it worth it? I think not. Well, that's why he asked you, ponder on it. You understand? You got to break up that fallow ground. We're going to read that in a minute, how exactly we do that. Right? Let's go to Jeremiah 4. Let's read it real quick what he's talking about when we say break up that fallow ground. Jeremiah 4, verse 3. Jeremiah 4 and 3. Because you the ground. Remember, we're dealing with sowing and reaping, so we have to plow. We have to dig it up first before we can even start to plant our seed. You ready? Hearken to the scripture.
For thus saith the Lord,
What?
to the men of Judah and Jerusalem,
What did he say?
break up your fallow ground, and sow not among thorns.
Right, that's fallow ground. That's like hardening your heart. So you gotta break that up. Go ahead.
Circumcise yourselves to the Lord,
Right.
and take away the foreskin of your heart,
Uh-huh.
ye men of Judah,
Right.
and inhabitants of Jerusalem, lest my fury come forth like fire,
Right.
and burn and burn that none can quench.
Right, and that's what was going on in Haggai when we was reading. When you was sowing much, but you was reaping little, everything you doing was cursed. That's part of the Lord's Spirit. See, he ain't got to kill you physically all the time. He can kill you slowly by your ways. Right? He gonna bring the evil you're doing right back up on you. Right? You like money, he'll reward you with money. But guess what? He take it right back from you as soon as you get it. That's a curse. You just don't realize it. Go ahead.
Because of the evil of your doing.
Because of what?
The evil of your doing.
That's right. That's why he's telling you, you got to break that hollow ground up. Your mind is bad. Whatever's in your mind is coming out with your hand. That's your works. He said he's doing this because of the evil of your doing. So he say break up that hollow ground. Right? Let's go to Ezekiel 11, Josh. Let's get another look at it. Ezekiel 11. Ezekiel 11. Start at verse 19. Ezekiel 11. Verse 19. Go ahead.
And I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you.
Right.
And I will take the stony heart out of their flesh.
Right, so that's what happened. Once the Lord break up that stony heart and tell you to break up that fallow ground, he has to give you a new heart and a new spirit. Right, that's what he said he's going to create within you. All right, go ahead.
And will give them a heart of flesh, that they may walk in my statutes.
So once you break up that fallow ground, now you can start to receive the word, what thus says the Lord. Then he can give you a new heart, a new mind, and a new spirit. And then once you get that from the Lord, he said they will start to walk in my statutes and what else?
And keep mine ordinances.
Yes, right.
And do them.
And what else?
And they shall be my people, and I will be their God.
And what else?
But as for them whose heart walketh after the heart of their detestable things.
That's having that hardened heart. That's why you got to break it up. He said, as for them whose heart walk after their detestable things, what happened?
And their abominations. I will recompense their way upon their own heads, said the Lord God.
I'm going to do what to them?
I will recompense their way upon their own heads.
That's right. You're going to get what you deserve. It's the same thing. Ezekiel 36 now. Verse 24. The Lord can't even start to sow his seed within you until you break up that stony heart you got. You break up that fallow ground because you ain't nothing but the earth. Until you stop walking after your detestable things, your idols. Until you start to obey the Lord. He said, then once you do that, then I'm going to put a new spirit within you. Then you can receive the word. Then everything you do won't be cursed. But he said, but if you don't, if you continue to go after those detestable things, he said, I'm going to recompense you. Now I'm going to pay you back according to the doing of your ways. You don't want to play with God. You can't win. You don't want the Lord to pay you back either. You can't handle it. Everything you do is cursed. Sooner or later, you're going to think about committing suicide. Well, you're going to be like, what's the point? The point is, you need to break up that fallow ground and you need to turn to the Lord and stop committing sin so he won't have to punish you for the evil of your doings. Ain't none of us stronger than the Lord. Y'all youngsters. No matter how y'all think you are, how strong you think you are. You ain't stronger than the Lord. You can't outsmart him. You understand? You don't do nothing for him. You don't even like him. And you think he ain't going to pay you back just because you a kid? You crazy. He see you. He hear you. He observing everything you do. He making a list. He checking it twice. You know what I'm saying? He know who not that nice. Ain't no Santa Claus. It's the Lord. And guess what he say? I'll pay a man back to his face. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Right. So while you walking around thinking you this and that, you better bow down and praise the Lord and give him what he deserves. Amen. Turn from that wickedness. Start obeying these commandments. You understand? Because you can't handle this punishment, guarantee you. I don't care what your friends doing. You better be scared of the Lord and not scared of your friends. What verse we at? 24. Go ahead and read. Ezekiel 36, verse 24. Hearken to the scripture.
For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries.
That's right.
And will bring you into your own land.
That's going to be a glorious time. I ain't got to set foot on American soil no more. I'm looking for it. Go ahead and read.
Then
yes,
will I sprinkle clean water upon you.
Okay.
And ye shall be clean from all your filthiness. And from all your idols will I cleanse you.
Man. And what else?
A new heart also will I give you.
What?
And a new spirit will I put within you.
That's right.
And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh.
Right, because that
and I will
stony
give
heart got to
you
be broken up. He said, I'm going to take it away and I'm going to give you what?
a heart of flesh.
And then what's going to happen once you receive the heart of flesh?
And I will put my spirit within you.
That's right. It's a process. He's going to put his spirit in. Once he do that, what's going to happen?
And cause you to walk in my statutes.
Yes.
And ye shall keep my judgments and do them.
That's right. That's the point. That's when he say break up that fallow ground. He's going to sprinkle clean water on you. That water is the word. The word also is the seed. So you have to break up that fallow ground, which is your flesh or your mind. Then he can plant his seed within your mind and create a new heart and a new spirit within you. And then once he do that, you'll start keeping his laws, his statutes, and his commandments, and everything you do won't be cursed. You won't receive the curse in return. That's a blessing. Right? Let's go look at some more of this people showing wickedness. Back up to Proverbs 26. Because you need to know, if you're going to do wickedness, you're going to commit wickedness, what's going to come on? Verse 27. Proverbs 26, verse 27. Hearken to the scripture.
Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein. And he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him.
What? Whoever dig a pit or a trap for somebody, say that same trap you digging, for them, that's going to come back on you. Say, whosoever dig a pit shall fall there. You're going to fall in your own trap. That's paying a man back according to his ways. Say, whosoever dig a pit shall fall therein, and he that roll a stone, you know how you see somebody rolling a stone uphill, guess what? It's going to roll right back down on you and roll over. And what else? Finish that.
A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin.
Right. Flattering mouth worketh ruin. Lying, then you sowing wickedness. You reaping iniquity. All right, we're going to get an example of this in a minute. Proverbs, the 7th chapter. Psalm 7, verse 11. If you set a ditch, a trap for somebody, you're going to get trapped up by that same trap. You know what that is? Love thy neighbor as thyself. That's another way that he tell you, whatever you sow is what you reap. It's the same thing. Psalm 7. Psalm 7, verse 11. Hearken to the scripture.
God judges the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day.
I thought sweet Jesus loved everybody. So, he said, how often is he angry with the wicked? Every day. Every day. He judges the righteous, right? So you need to sow righteousness so you can reap mercy. Go ahead.
If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He had bent his bow and made it ready.
That's right. That's for the wicked. That's death and destruction. You don't want to be part of that sword action. You can't play. You can't play this game. Go ahead.
He hath also prepared for him the instrument of death.
That's right. The man done prepared instruments of death. You hear me? How you gonna be somebody like that done prepared it already? Instruments of death. What? You better get yourself together. Go ahead.
He ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
What? He did what?
ordaining his arrows against the
I
persecutors.
mean, that's who that for. All right, go ahead.
Behold, he travailed with iniquity, and had conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood.
Right, so he doing all of these work that he hate for the people that he hate. You understand? Because he say he angry with the wicked every day. Every time he tell you about the wicked, he tell you they committing falsehood and lying, they mischief, sowing discord. You know, say they killing, they shed innocent blood. But the Lord say, you want to play that game? I got something for you. He said, I got instruments of death. I got arrows ordained for the wicked. Huh? You don't know what you're doing. Trying to play with this man. He said, he travaileth with iniquity, and he conceived a mischief and brought forth falsehood. That's how he let these false prophets prosper. The people that hate him got a false gospel lined up for you that you'll be damned. You can't outthink this man. You can't outwork him. In 6 days, the man made heaven and earth. So what you gonna do? You can't. You gotta do what he say. That's the best thing you can do. Obey his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. Because you don't want to feel his wrath. Go ahead.
15. He made a pit.
He did what?
He made a pit.
Oh my goodness.
And digged it.
Yeah.
And it's fallen into the ditch which he made.
That's the evil man. You just read it. Same thing. Whatever you got drummed up for somebody else was coming back on you. Go ahead.
His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own
Right.
head.
So don't y'all know this rule is ordained from the beginning? It was already said. It's boundaries. It's already said before we got here. Right? Go ahead.
I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High.
That's right. So he said the person mischief is going to return on his own head. All right? Let's get a look at it. We're going to get one example because it's kind of long. Let's go to Esther, the 3rd chapter. So whatever trap you set for someone, that's the trap that's going to be that you're going to fall into. All right? We're going to skim through Esther. So we're going to do a little reading. That's why we're going to do one example. All right? We just showing you that this thing plays out in real life. Esther 3. We're going to start there, chapter 1. Esther 3 and 1. So we're going to, we had some Jews that was in captivity or slavery once again, right? And we got a king, I think it was King Ahasuerus, and he promoted a man named Haman. All right, so we're going to take a look at the acts of Haman. Because Haman, we're going to let the Bible speak. 3 and 1, hearken to the scripture.
After these things, the king Ahasuerus promote Haman the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, and advanced him,
Right.
and set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
All right, so man, I got a major promotion. If you were wicked, man, this gonna go straight to your head. I just gonna count riches on the spot. Right? But if you sowing righteousness, you're gonna have a level head about this thing. So let's go into it and see. Go ahead and read.
Verse 2.
Yep.
And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman. For the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not,
Right.
nor did him reverence.
Right. So Mordecai, he's a Jew. He said he didn't bow. Nor did he give Haman reverence. Go ahead.
Then the king's servant, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, Why transgressest thou the king's commandment?
Right.
Now it came to pass when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them.
Right. Every day they coming with the same thing, trying to get him to bow and show reverence to Haman. Go ahead.
That they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matter would stand.
Right. So they told somebody more honorable, because they wanted to see if he gonna stand up or he gonna give in. Go ahead.
For he had told them that he was a Jew.
Right. That's why he didn't bow. Jews got strict laws. We don't bow to nobody but God. That's why he didn't do it. The Lord say reverence, holy and reverence is my name. That's who we pay our respect to. That's why Mordecai didn't bow to Haman, and that's why Haman got full of wrath. Go ahead. So he doing all this for the commandments. Commandments' sake, right? Go ahead.
5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not,
Right.
nor did him reverence, Then was Haman full of wrath.
Oh man, and that's how people be. When you keep the commandments of God and you transgress the traditions of the world by keeping God's commandments, they go to a whole new level on anger and wrath and malice and madness. It's almost to the point where they beside themselves. And it's all because you're trying to keep the commandment. Extra anger, right? Go ahead.
6.
Yep.
And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone. For they had
That's how mad he was. He wanted to lay hands on Mordecai. He ain't talking about for praying. Right? Go ahead.
For they had showed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus.
Oh, so at first he was just mad at Mordecai. But now his anger exceeded that. So once they showed him the people of Mordecai, meaning all the rest of the Jews that was in captivity, he said he sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom. And that's anger. He was angry at one man, now he want to kill them all. Huh? Go ahead.
Even the people of Mordecai, in the first month that is.
Drop down to verse 8.
And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus.
Now you done slid up to the king, right? Go ahead.
There was a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom.
Right.
And their laws are diverse from all people.
All right, so you need to pay attention. Because these are the same laws that you keeping. And it's the same Gentile dynasty that we under. So the rules and regulations are going to be the same. And he said, it's a certain people scattered abroad. They don't go to church on Sunday. Just an example, that ain't what he said, but he's saying the laws are different from the laws of the land. Right? They don't keep Christmas parties. Huh? These laws different, they strange. He said, but it's a certain people that scattered abroad, what?
Whose laws are diverse from all people.
That's right. They go against the norm. Go ahead.
Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it's not for the king's profit to suffer them.
Right, so that part of it ain't true. The only time we don't keep the king's laws is when it make us transgress the Lord's law.
Right.
But this is what he said. He said it for the trap. Go ahead.
9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed. And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business.
Hold on, you gonna do what?
Pay 10,000 talents of silver to them that have the charge of the business.
That's sad. He ain't. He done brought this issue to the king that the king been knowing they was there. He ain't had a problem with them all this time. But all of a sudden, all right, go ahead. He have issues.
To bring it into the king's treasuries. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the Jews' enemy.
Right.
And the king said unto Haman,
What he say?
the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
That's right. So you can go ahead, now keep the king commandment. You can go ahead and do whatever you please with it. We already see Haman wanted to kill him. Go ahead.
12.
Yep.
Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month. And there was written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants.
The king's what?
Lieutenants.
Deja vu. Go ahead and read.
And to the governors. There were over every province.
Yeah.
And to the rulers of every people of every province, according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language. In the name of King Ahasuerus was it written, and sealed with the king's ring.
That's right, go ahead.
And the letter was sent by the post into all the king's provinces, to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews, both young and old.
How many?
Young, all Jews.
Young and old. Go ahead.
Little children and women.
Yep.
And one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month Adar, and to take the spoil of them for a prey.
Well, I already got a plan on a specific day to kill them. And then once he kills them, he's going to take all of their possessions. Right? Men and women and children. Right? And what else?
14. The copy of the writing for a commandment to be given in every province was published unto all people, that they should be ready against that day.
Right, so everybody knew about it, right? You're going to chapter 4, read verse 1. We're going to skim through it a little bit. We ain't going to read it all. Go ahead.
When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes, and went out into the midst of the city, and cried with a loud and a bitter cry, and came even before the king's gate. For none might enter into the king's gate clothed with sackcloth. And in every province, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting, and weeping, and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes.
Right.
So Esther's maids and her chamberlains came and told it her.
Right. So Esther is Mordecai's cousin, so she's a Jew too. But Mordecai told, he knew Haman hated him, so he told Esther, make sure you don't tell Haman that you of our people, that you a Jew too. Right. So Haman made this decree without even knowing that Esther, who is now the king's wife, was a Jew. So if you got to kill all the Jews, you got to kill the king's wife too. Right? Look how it's going to play out. What verse you at? So all the Jews, they came, they was fasting and praying, right? And now the maidens come in and they finna let Esther know, you know, that the decree been made to kill all the Jews. Now quite naturally, this is going to make her upset too. Right? Go ahead.
Then was the queen exceedingly greedy, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai to take away his sackcloth from him.
Yep.
But he received it not.
Okay.
Then called Esther for Hathach, one of the king's chamberlains, whom he had appointed to attend upon her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was. So Hathach went forth to Mordecai into the street of the city, which was before the king's gate. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them.
That's right.
Also he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go in unto the king.
Right, so Mordecai let him know, you got to go tell the king, you know, about this. Mate, that's our only hope, our only chance, right? So long story short, that's where we're at. So now she invited the king and Haman, you know, to a dinner where she was going to reveal the matter to him, right? So drop down to chapter 5 and verse 11. We're going to pick it up right there. Go ahead.
And Haman told them of the glory of his riches, and the multitude of his children, and all the things wherein the king had promoted him,
right,
and how he had advanced him above the princes and servants of the king.
So he was bragging on himself a little bit, but look what happened. Go ahead.
Haman said, moreover, Esther the queen did let no man come in with the king unto the banquet that she had prepared by myself.
But myself.
And tomorrow am I invited unto her also with the king.
Right, so she did it twice. This was the second time. She didn't have the nerves to reveal the matter the first time. So she built up a little more courage and she invited him back the second day. Go ahead.
Yet all of this availeth me nothing, so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate.
So I got everything going right for me in life, except this one thing, and it's Mordecai. See, all of this profit me nothing as long as I can see Mordecai in front of me, sitting at the king's gate. Go ahead.
14. This says Zeresh his wife and all his friends unto him. Let a gallows be made of 50 cubits high, and tomorrow speak thou to the king that Mordecai may be hanged thereon.
That's right. So that's advice his wife and his friends gave him, you know. Prepare the gallows so he can hang Mordecai. Go ahead.
Then go thou in merrily with the king unto the banquet. And the thing pleased Haman.
Right.
And he caused the gallows to be made.
Right. So he the one who caused for the gallows to be made. Right. So this is his device. What he gonna use to kill the Jews. Right. Go ahead.
On that night could not the king sleep, and he commanded to bring the book of records of the Chronicles, and they were read before the king.
Right.
And it was found written that Mordecai had told of Bigthana and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, the keepers of the door, who sought to lay hand on the king of Ahasuerus.
All right, so we had two guys that wanted to kill the king, right? Mordecai told the king and let him know it, right? Go ahead.
And the king said, what honor and dignity had been done to Mordecai for this?
All right, so Mordecai saved the king's life and then he didn't get a reward. So he brought the book of the Chronicles and they read it before the king because he couldn't sleep. He had trouble sleeping that night. And then he started reading back about Mordecai saving his life. So he said, what reward did we give him, right? Go ahead.
Then said the king's servant that ministered unto him, there was nothing done for him.
Right, we ain't do nothing. We ain't give him nothing. Go ahead.
And the king said, who is in the court? Now Haman was come into the outer court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him.
That's right, because he had just prepared the gallows. Name wanted to come, let the king know. Go ahead.
And the king's servant said unto him, Behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, Let him come in. So Haman came in, and the king said unto him, What shall be done unto the man whom the king is delighted to honor? Now Haman thought in his heart, To whom would the king delight to do honor more than to myself?
So that's what he thinking. The king got to be talking about honoring me. I'm the only one that's worthy. Right? Not knowing he talking about Mordecai, the one that saved his life. So he asking Haman what should be done, to show honor to the one that the king delighted in. Right? Go ahead.
Say, and Haman answered the king, For the man whom the king delighted to honor, let the royal apparel be brought, which the king used to wear.
Right, so he wanted to wear the king's clothes. So he revealing his heart, really. And he said, because he thinking that it's about him. He talking about on him. So he said, why don't you let him wear your robe, king? Right, go ahead.
And the horse that the king rideth upon.
And your horse. Right? That's only good for the king to use. Right, go ahead.
And the crown royal.
And why don't you let him wear your crown? He ain't talking about crown royal like what you think. He talking about the royal crown, right? Go ahead.
Which is set upon his head.
See? Go ahead.
And let this apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes.
Right, so one of your most noble men, you have him deliver it to him. Go ahead.
That they may array the man with all whom the king delighted to honor.
Right, so that they may dress the man in all of these things. Go ahead.
And bring him on horseback through the streets of the city, and proclaim before him, Thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighted to honor.
That's right. So parade him around through the city so everybody can see him. He said, this is what you should do to the man that the king so honored, right? And all the time he's saying all this stuff, he's thinking, it's got to be me. All right, go ahead.
10. Then the king said to Haman,
What?
Make haste and take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said, and do even so to Mordecai the Jew.
Hold on. Do it to who?
Mordecai the Jew.
Oh, his face had to drop. Because remember, he said he hated Mordecai. And now you done dreamt up all of these stuff that you want for you. And now you got to go do the same thing for Mordecai, the man you hate, your enemy. Right? Go ahead.
That sitteth at the king's gate. Let nothing fail of all that thou hast spoken.
Right, so don't you diminish from one thing that you done said. You do everything. The crown, put it on him. The clothes, the horse, right? Parade him through with one of the most noble men, right? You do all that. Right, go ahead.
Then took Haman the apparel and the horse and arrayed Mordecai.
Right, so he had to walk Mordecai around. Because remember, he said, let one of your most noble men do it. So you the one parade, not sitting up on the horse, right? Go ahead.
And brought him on horseback through the streets of the city, and proclaimed before him, Thus shall it be done